I hope everyone doing good. Chart is enabled. Okay, you can do a chart. If you want to talk, you can open. You can raise a hand so that you can talk. Yeah, Sidikun. Yeah, you're welcome to talk. Sidikun. Hi, Modi. Uh, so before going to the class, before going to the today's demo, Raimuddin, you want to say something? You're allowed to talk. Yeah. So before we going to start the class, yeah, Raimuddin.
Nothing, sir. I don't want to say.
Okay, thank you. Fine. Okay. So before we going to start the class, let me know how you know about this Logic Labs training part. Whether anyone suggested you or else you yourself taken charge to commit to this. You can use the chat box. You can use the chat box as well because we're going to deal with this class myself as Sai Guda. Okay, friend suggested. Okay, fine. Myself as Sai Guda. So we're going to deal here with the what is cloud computing and what is the AWS, and inside the AWS, what are the important tools, right, in the real-time projects, what we're going to do, that tools, basic things and all. And after that, we're going to deal with the DevOps process. What is exactly the DevOps process? And after knowing the DevOps process, we're going to implement the DevOps with the tools, right? We're going to run the basic DevOps tools like Git, GitHub, Maven, Jenkins, Terraform, Ansible, Docker. Okay, so this is how we have planned. This is how we have planned. Because earlier we thought just go with the AWS, but things are not enough if you only have the knowledge on the AWS, because companies are recruiting, that employers are looking for the AWS and also the DevOps tools, because companies are the agile method of finishing the project, the agile method of making out the project. The DevOps culture is entered completely in all the companies. If you see in all the companies, even with startup or MNCs, the DevOps culture is entered. So what is the DevOps? It is efficiency. Okay, the DevOps engineer role is the efficiency, automation. Okay. Reduce the manual process. Okay, reduce the manual process, so that manual, definitely there is a human factor. There may be chance of error. Right. So repetition of the task. So where the repetition of the task are manual tasks. So we're completely coming into the tools. We're depending on the tools in the DevOps process so that we can find it more efficiency, more automation with the high quality and the monitoring. So this is what the role of the DevOps engineer generally he will do in the companies. To make it possible, the DevOps engineer is also must understand any one of the cloud computing concepts. That doesn't mean that definitely you should know AWS, but any one of the cloud computing concepts. Then what is cloud computing? Then what is cloud computing? So that is what we're going to deal with today in our today's class, right? So to understand what is cloud computing, because if you understand what is cloud computing, then it's better if you go and study the AWS tools, right? So then after that, we go to the DevOps tools, then we'll see the things. So as per the today's class, as per the today's lecture, so we will see what actually the cloud computing. Okay. So why the cloud computing come into the picture? That we're going to deal with it. So I hope everyone is comfort. Uh, is anyone need to join in of your friends? In your friend circle, is anyone need to join? Shall we proceed? I hope everyone is comfort. Okay. So before going to the class, I have a couple of slides. I have a couple of slides. Uh, Let me show you the couple of slides to you. So here you can see. So here you can see. So like welcome to AWS DevOps training by Sai. So which is the batch number 199. So it is a batch number 199, right? So you can have this mail ID for any queries. And if you want to register this course, okay, if you want to register this course, okay, uh, every day, like regular batch, it is regular batch every day. Every morning, we're going to have 1 hour session. Okay, 1 hour, 15 minutes, right? Every day from today. Next like 40 hours, we're going to deal with this class. Okay, for the course content, you can scan this. For registration, if you want to register, you can scan here. right? For any general queries information, you can go to the, you can upload this contact numbers. You can upload this numbers. So let it be like this. Let it be like this. First, we'll focus on our class, the day, right? I hope, can you confirm? I hope my whiteboard is visible to you. Any confirmation? Yes, thank you. So here, first we'll focus on cloud computing. Okay, first we'll focus on the cloud computing, because if you are decided to write any global certifications, okay, any global certification exam, like directly from the AWS Solution Architect Associate or Cloud Practitioner, right? So if you are decided to write any global certification exam, cloud computing is also one of the topic. Okay, mostly in the cloud computing, they will see the cost effective mostly, because here, what are the learning we are doing here? What are the learning we are doing here? We are learning at the level of AWS Solution Architect Associate. Okay, we are learning at the level of AWS Solution Architect Associate, which is a C03 exam, generally C03 exam, which is a global certification. Okay. So here in the AWS Solution Architect Associate, what do you mean by Solution Architect Associate? So you're going to give the solutions to your company members. Okay. Your company, like production team or dev team or testing team. Okay. Solutions. Right. What is the kind of solution? Cost effective solution. Okay. You're going to give the cost effective solution. So which is the best tool? How to manage that? How to reduce the cost by using that resources? So as a solution, you are giving with a cost effective and your architecture. So solution architect associate. What is architect? Architect means you are planning the things. So which, so you are, you know, okay, you are going to plan the things. Which resources we have to pick? Which resources we have to design? Which resources we have to pick from the AWS? Okay, to give the best solution. What is the solution? Cost effective. So these things we going to learn in the AWS solution architect associate. The best tools. Okay, with the AWS cost effective manner. So coming to here, for the 2 days, what we're going to deal with this. First, we'll see what is the cloud computing. Okay. First, we'll understand what is the cloud computing and types of deployment model, types of service models. We're going to see this and okay, we're going to see with this. And before this, we're going to understand what is SDLC also. Okay. The agenda for the day, we're going to deal with the SDLC, cloud computing, types of deployment models in the cloud computing, types of service models. To understand this, let me give you one simple example. Let me give one simple example. Okay. Let's say I have one business. Okay, I have some import and export business. So let's say I have the import and export business, which is located in Hyderabad. Okay, which is located in the Hyderabad. But I want to make physical office. Okay, I have the physical office located in the Hyderabad. Okay, that my import and export. Okay, but I want to make this like across India. I want to spread this across India or across the global. I want to do business across the global, across India. See two of your hands, raise the hands. Srinivasan, Srinivas. Yes, Srinivas, you're all to talk.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah,
Srinivas. Any queries?
I, I, I'm Sunwas. I have completed my graduation in BSc.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, last time I have attended the SQL training classes on
Okay.
this platform, and I have attended the Python classes also,
Hmm.
and I have got the offer on startup company.
Hmm.
At this time, I have need to up my skills in the AWS and DevOps
Okay.
also.
Okay.
That's why I
Uh,
came to.
okay. Srinivas. Good. Great. Thank you for sharing your things. Thing is that what are the things we're going to learn? what are the things we're going to learn now? Okay. It is
Yeah.
completely from the basics. Even if you're the experienced person, okay, even if you're the fresher, even if you're not from the computer background, okay, computer science background, even if you don't know what is computer, don't worry, because we're going to deal from very scratch. Okay, from very, very scratch, we're going to deal with each things in a proper way, with the good practicals. Okay, like that, we're going to advance. So this platform is for everyone, irrespective of your background, irrespective of your educations and your experience. We're going to learn the concepts. We are focusing the concepts in the tools implementation. That way we're going to learn, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyone have any queries? Like anyone want to share? Shalimu? Yeah. Thank you, Srinivas. So here, let's say I have the business, import and export in Hyderabad, which is physically located. My business is physically located in Hyderabad. Okay. But I want to spread across India. I want to spread across India and across global. So what I have to do, it's better if I go with the software, right? If I better if I set up one software of my business, okay, then I can do the advertisement of my software. Then people can install the software and they can use my services. That is my concept. Okay, that is my flow to excel in the business. So what I'm doing, I approach one company. For this, to develop the software to grow my business, what I done, I approached to my company because I don't know as a person, me, I don't know the coding, how to develop the software, and even after developing the software, I don't know what happening in the background. Okay, I don't know what happening in the background. So that is why I went to one company. So now I will become the client to this company. All right. They will treat me as a client. This company will treat me as a client, whether it might be startup company, okay, whether it might be MNC company, whether it might be anything. Okay, I went to the organization, one company. Okay, where they are ready to develop the software. Okay, where they are ready to develop the software and they're ready to give the services to me, the software services to me. Right. So this company, what they will do now, now I become the client. Let's say Sai. Now Sai become the client to this company, right? So in order to start the project, okay, in order to start this import export business project, what the company will do, they will follow the standard operating procedure, right? They'll follow certain standard operating procedure. That SOP standards, we are calling it as SDLC. Thus SOP standards, we are calling it as SDLC. Then what is SDLC here? Software development life cycle. Okay, we are calling it as software development life cycle. So what it is? It is a SOP, standard operating procedure, to start any project, to start any software. What is the software? Generally, we know. What do you mean by software? Or we are also calling it as applications. Generally, which are running. Generally, the softwares which are running upon the operating system, right? Let's say if you see your mobile, okay, if you see your mobile or laptop or desktop, upon the Windows or in your mobile, you have the Android or Mac iOS. Okay, upon that you are running the softwares like Amazon, Flipkart, okay, Twitter, etc. What are the software you are running upon the operating system? And below the operating system, we have the hardware, right? This is software, and this we are the hardware components. What are the hardware components? CPU, RAM, and hard disk. Hard disk is also we have the two types of hard disk like HDD, okay, hard disk drive and solid state drive. Okay, CPU. What is the purpose of the CPU? It is the brain of the computer, brain of your machine, where it can process the data. Okay, process your software, like process your applications. And what is the RAM? RAM is a temporary memory where it can hold the data. Okay, where it can hold the data to support the CPU to process the data. And to store the permanent storage, we are using the hard disk. This we know. Generally, we know from the childhood we are seeing this. Okay, because when we install any software, when you are installing any Amazon application or something, some software, where it is going to store inside your hardware, the software package. And if you are using that software to process that software, to execute that software, okay, we are taking the support from the CPU and the RAM. It means your CPU, your software is depend on the hardware. In between, who is acting as a layer? Your operating system is acting like a layer to connect your software and the hardware. Then what is the software here? Software is a computer program. Software we are called as computer program. Okay, what is the program here? Program is set of instructions. The set of instructions we are called as computer program. Okay, but the set of instructions how we are giving? The set of instructions we are giving in the form of high level programming language. Okay, high level programming language. Let's say Python, Java, Ruby, Go, etc., .NET, etc. Using that language, we are writing certain set of instructions. That set of instructions we are called as computer program or software or applications. To run that software applications, we need the operating system and the underlying hardware. Okay, the underlying hardware. So now, what the company will do? Okay, now I'm Saib approach to this company. Okay, and he will become the client to this company. Now the company is ready to start the project. What is the project? This import and export software. Okay, now the company got the project. What is the project? To develop the software. What is the software purpose? It is an import and export. Okay, import and export software. The company is ready to develop the software. Okay, now this is the project. So to develop this project, simply they won't. Okay, simply they won't go blindly. Okay, they have to follow certain standard operating procedure. It might be any project. They have to follow certain SOPs. Okay, that SOP we are calling that SDLC. So what is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. Now, what is this life cycle? We'll see. In order to develop any software, so in order to develop, okay, the development of any software, it follows certain life cycle. Okay, it has certain life cycle. We'll see what is the life cycle. Now, as Sai become the client, okay, Sai become the client to this company. So what the company will do in order to start the project, okay, in order to start the project, what the company will do, I told you they are following the SDLC methodology. Okay, SDLC process. So in the SDLC, what is the first step in the SDLC to start the project? They will take the requirements. The company will take the requirements, or we call it as analysis. First, let me write, I'll explain each term. After requirement, they go for the planning. Or design. In the third stage, they'll go for implementation. The fourth stage, they'll go for testing. Operational team. I'm going to explain you. Okay. In the standard operating procedure SDLC, these are all the steps. Okay, these are all the steps. So first, what they will do, the company will take requirement from me, right? They will sit. Okay, they will sit with the client. Okay, they are going to sit with me, and they are taking the requirement. Means they are asking the all the they are taking all the requirements. They're asking me like, what is the business expansion? Okay, where are the many customers? Okay, how the logo should be? What is the company name? Okay, what are the services I am providing? How I'm going to deliver it? Okay, how the customers can track, right? So they're asking all the requirements from me. Okay, what is my business? What are the products I can do? How many days I can deliver? Okay, like that, the company is taking all the requirements in order to start the project. First, the company is taking all the requirements and they're doing the analysis from the client. Right. So based on the requirements, what the company will do in the next stage? In the next stage, they will do planning. Okay, they will do planning and the design. Here also we have the two types: high level designing and low level designing. Okay, high level planning or low level planning. One is the high level and the low level. Okay. To give one simple example, let's say you are decided to construct one house. Okay, let's say you decided to construct one house, right? To construct your house, first you will see the requirements. If you are the older, okay, if you are the any older parents like senior citizens in your home, what you will do definitely? The ground floor should be given to the senior citizens, and the first floor we can stay. In the second floor we can give for rental purpose. So based on the requirements, you will come to a conclusion, right? Based on your requirements, you will come to a conclusion. And after the requirements, what you will do, you will approach to the architecture, right? You will approach to the architecture, the interior designer or the house planner. Okay, you will give your requirements to the architecture. See, I need the ground floor, I need one bedroom because the senior citizens, they can't go to the upstairs. So what are the requirements you'll do? The architecture will do planning. Do you agree? He will do planning, he will do paperwork. You will design the house as per the requirements, your requirement. And to construct this house, you will show this planning. Okay, based on this planning, okay, the builders will start building. Do you agree? The builders will start constructing the house. Okay, after construction is after the house is constructed, you can do the testing. Okay, whether the house is properly constructed or not. Okay, you will do certain testing, right? Some disaster testing, whether it is okay to withstand the earthquakes, whether it is standardly they build it or not, right? Then you will shift it to the house. Then you will start using the house. Okay, now the house become operation to you. Now the house will be in the operational mode where you can stay in the house. In the same way, for any product, okay, for any product or any service, okay, when the company decided to start, even they also follow the same thing. First, they will taking the requirements from the client, and after that, they will do certain paperwork. Okay, they will plan. Okay, in this planning, they will do what is the budget. Okay, what is the budget to develop the project, and what is the requirement. Okay, what is the infrastructure they require to start the project, and what is the resources. Okay, what is the IT team I required. Okay, how many software developers are required. Okay, so such kind of things they will mention the planning. Okay, such kind of things they will mention the planning, right? So after planning, what is the next stage? Implementation. Just one. So after planning, the company will go for the implementation process. Now here it is a stage where the software engineers come into the picture, right? The software developers. Okay, we're called as dev team, development team. Okay, development team, a dev environment or development team. Here it is the stage where the software engineers or software developers come into the picture and they will start doing the coding. Okay, we're called as software developers or engineers. What they will do? They will start developing the application, the project, okay, with the high level programming language, right? This is the implementation team. Okay, now after the software developers, okay, after the software developers, let me take 1 minute here to explain in detail what happening in the implementation team. Okay, then we'll come to the testing team. So in the implementation stage, right, which is in the third stage. So in this implementation stage, we are the software developers, right? So they start doing coding to develop the project. And what are the coding they done? Okay, that file, okay, what are the coding they have done? That coding file we are called as source code. Okay, what is the source code? It is a main coding done by the coders, the software developers using the high level programming language, let's say Python or Java. So this source code, okay, generally the computers or the mobile phones is developed in such a way they cannot understand this, okay, source code. Okay, because it is in high level programming language, using the syntax, okay, using the uh, syntax and all. Okay, the computer cannot understand this language, which is understood by humans. So this source code has to convert, right? Because here we have the alphabets, numbers, etc., where the computer cannot understand. The computer can only understand the binary code. which is zeros and ones. So this source code, what the developers will do, they will build. What do you mean by build? They will convert. Okay. So let me write in this way. First, the source code, they are converting into the object code. Okay. We will call it as object code or byte code. It means what are the coding they're done, they're converting into zeros and ones. Okay. Completely into binary format, zeros or ones, which also called as byte code, which also we are called as byte code. So this process of conversion we are called as interpreter or compile. Interpreter or compile. Now it is in the zeros and ones, right? Now we converted our coding into zeros and ones with the compile. Now this compile process again we are converting into the final executable format. Okay, final execution format. Okay, that final execution format might be any like zip file. Okay, zip file. Let's say for Python we are converting into zip folder. Okay, zip file, or for Java we are doing .jar or .var. Okay, we are packaging into the final execution format. We are called as package. So along with the dependencies, I will tell you what is dependencies. Let's say database is a dependency to this project. Right. So here what they will do, they will deploy. Okay, they will deploy into the staging area. Right. After doing this, what the developers will do, they'll push into the staging area. And they will check whether the code is proper or not. Okay, whether they will check whether the code is executing properly or not, whether the code is displaying the login page properly or not. They will check. Okay. Now once they're done, so here what the company has to do, the company has to maintain the infrastructure. Do you agree? The company management, the company or the organization has to set up the infrastructure to the developers. Right? The company has to purchase the infrastructure. Okay. What are the infrastructure? The laptops or computer, desktop, CPUs, okay, hard disk, capability, etc. The computer has to purchase the infrastructure. Okay. Make sure it is available to the software developers. Then only they will start coding in the infrastructure using that infrastructure. Okay, like computer, CPU, etc. Right? These are IT resources, information technology resources. Okay. The company has to purchase this. Okay, and they has to maintain. Right? So this is what happening in the implementation stage, which is called a development team. Now, after implementation stage, we are the testing stage. So what is the purpose of the testing team? Now come, okay, now let me go one another page. Okay, let me go to the new page where we are talking about the testing. So in this testing stage, the QA team, okay, the QA team, quality assurance team, what they'll do, they will do the testing of the coding. What are the coding done by the software developer? They'll do testing. Okay, they'll find any bugs and they'll fix the bugs. Okay, why the testing is very important? Because why the testing is very important? Because in the SDLC process, in the SDLC process, the testing is very important because there is one real example. Okay, there is one real example. Let me show you that. If you see the Ariana 5, uh, Ariana 5, yes, Ariana 5 rocket. If you see the story of Ariana 5, okay, which is a real story it is, okay, which is a real story. Let me show you. Yes. See, this rocket in the 1990s, it is from European Space Agency. Okay. In the 1990s, it is from European Space Agency, Ariana 5. The Ariana 5 launch failure was caused by a software bug in the rocket's inertial reference system. Okay. It is because of the software bug in the 1996. We just within 40 seconds, When the rocket had launched within 40 seconds, it got crashed. You know the main reason? Just the software bug. Okay, in the coding of the software, there is some error. Okay, they're not done testing, proper testing, and they just released. Okay, they just released the product. Okay, which got failure of this rocket. Which got failure of this rocket. So in the same way, for any product, it is very important to do testing. Okay, to find the bugs in the coding. Okay, they will check the coding whether it is proper or not. Okay, they'll find the error, they'll fix the bugs. Okay, they'll update to the developer, see there is a bug in your coding. Please kindly fix this error. So once the coding is done, once they clear the like testing, okay, once they clear the testing, it will go to the production team. Here also if you observe, the management, the organization has to set up the infrastructure. We call it as testing team. Okay, which is a separate department. Here also the management has to set up the infrastructure. The management has to purchase the infrastructure and they has to allocate this infrastructure to the testing team. Okay, I am emphasizing on the infrastructure. Just look at here. See, here also I am focusing on the infrastructure because the management has to purchase the infrastructure for the implementation team or the dev team. Okay, we call it as dev team to do the task. And at the same time, the management also purchase the infrastructure to the testing team. Okay, to do testing. And what is the what is the fifth stage? We are the operational team. In the operational team, what they'll do, they'll deploy the product, they'll deploy your application. Don't worry, what do you like server and client relation. I will tell you in detail. Okay, they'll deploy the product into the servers. Okay, where the end users can access the application. Where the end users can access the application, which is a production environment, prod environment. Don't worry if you don't know this. Again, I'm going to explain in detail. Okay, all these things. What is the three-tier architecture application of? Okay, what is the client server and what is happening? All the things we're going to discuss. Okay, what is the protocol, port number? Okay, what is the like IP addresses? So we're going to also deal with this, right? So now the operation team, what they'll do, they will take your package. Okay, once the testing is done, okay, they'll take the package, whatever the package we done in the .0 or .1. What they will do, they will deploy into the computers. Okay, the remote computer we call it servers. Now the company, okay, now we as end users, now the customers, what they can do, they can install the application in the mobile phone, a Play Store or App Store, or else they can do web browser, and they can access my application, right? They can access my application. Okay, they can access my application which is deployed in the production environment. So here also the company has to purchase the infrastructure. Are you getting? The company has to purchase the infrastructure for the operational team who is deploying the product into the servers. And what the next stage? They will keep on do monitoring. Okay, they keep on do monitoring of the product. Okay, on this application, right? They'll do monitoring of this application which is deployed in the servers. Okay, this is how the company is developing the projects. Okay, developing the projects under SDLC. Here also we have the models like software develop, like waterfall model, agile model, and DevOps process. Okay, to do all this process, we have the different models: waterfall model, agile model, and DevOps process. So we're going to deal with that very slowly. But now today, as per the agenda, we're going to see what is cloud computing. Okay, why the cloud computing come into the picture, right? That is we going to discuss. So here, if you see now the company in order to start the project, okay, in order to start the project, okay, here the opportunity we are called as production environment, prod environment. It is a testing environment, test environment. See, now the company has to purchase the infrastructure for the development team, for the testing team, for the production environment, for the production team. Do you agree? Guys, are you able to follow me? Now the company has to purchase the infrastructure and they has to maintain the infrastructure for the development team, testing team, and the production team. Is it making sense? Any doubts here? Right. Okay, so the company has to invest. Yes, now the company has to invest. They're going to invest lot of money. Okay, the company going to invest lot of money on the infrastructure. The company going to invest lot of infrastructure. They're going to invest lot of money on the IT resources. What are the IT resources? So what are the IT resources? As you know, like compute, CPU, RAM, okay, hard disk. Yes. Okay. So CPU, RAM, hard disk, okay, and the databases, okay, networking components, etc. So it means the company is investing a lot of money on the resources, IT resources, right? So this is the main issue. Now the issue come into the picture. First, we'll discuss the issue. Okay. First, we'll discuss the issue. Then we'll talk about the solution. First, we'll discuss about the issue. Then we'll talk about the solution. If you observe, COVID-19 is the issue. What is the solution to the COVID-19 we have? Right? What is the solution to the COVID-19? We have the vaccines. That is the solution we have. Remdesivir, Covaxin, Covishield, etc. So for every issue, there is an innovation. Okay. For every issue, okay, there is an innovation. So for you can say in this way, for any innovation, what is the base? Issue is the base. Or need, necessary is the base. Necessity is the base for any innovations. Similarly, here also, the companies are investing a lot of money on the IT resources. Okay, companies are investing a lot of money on the IT resources. Okay. Anyone want to talk? I think I can see someone had raised a hand. Please, if you don't have any doubts, kindly lower your hands if possible, because I'm thinking might someone want to talk. Is anyone want to talk? Guys, is anyone want to talk? Kindly put in the chat box if you want to talk, so that I will allow you to talk. Okay. It might be your previous hand. Yes. So here also we have the issues. What is the issue? Investing on the resources. Let me give one simple example here. Let me give one simple example. Then we'll come to here. Let's say I want to purchase one car. Let's think. Okay. I want to purchase one car. Okay. This car costs 10 lakhs. This car cost is 10 lakhs. Okay. Which I am calling it as capital expenditure, because my capital, okay, I'm investing upon here, which are calling it as capital expenditure. After purchasing this car, I have to maintain the fuel, right? Do you agree? I have to maintain the fuel, and I have to maintain the repair. I have to maintain for service. Okay, I have to go for servicing. What I'm calling it as operational expenditure, OPEX. Okay, means after purchasing the car with the capital expenditure, again I have to invest the money on the operational expenditure. Again, I have to invest the money on the operational expenditure. Okay, what is the operational expenditure I have? Day-to-day fuel, okay, any repair, okay, any servicing. I have to maintain the operational expenditure expenses. Okay. So overall, it is a very big investment to me. Overall, it is a very big investment to me. Then what is the solution to me? Here, there are the two issues. If you observe the issues here, there are the two issues. Okay, what are the two issues here? One is the budget, right? It is costing me a very lot. It is very burden to me. Okay, one is the budget, and one is the inefficiency. What do you mean by inefficiency? See, after purchasing the car, I'm not using regularly. Whenever I require, I'm going to use the car. Do you agree? I'm not going to use the car 24/7. Are you getting my point? I'm not going to use the car 24/7. Only whenever required. Okay, whenever I think long distance required to go by car, I'll go by car. All right. And the budget, one is the first issue is the budget. I have to keep the money, okay, to get the car and to maintain the car. I'll pick the car and I'll make my mind to go buy car. There are the two issues. In the same way, if you observe in the companies also, the companies are investing a lot of money on the IT resources. Okay, the companies are investing a lot of money. Not able to see the screen. Can you see the screen now? Can you confirm? It's visible. Okay. See, now the companies also, it might be startup company, it might be any big company, okay, it might be individual level. To start any project, definitely they need the IT resources. Okay, they have to purchase all the computers, CPU, RAM, hard disk for the operating system. They have to purchase the license. Okay, they have to purchase the databases, etc. Okay, the company also they are investing a lot of money on the capital expenditure. Okay, the company also investing a lot of capital expenditure on the IT resources. After purchasing the computers, okay, after purchasing the IT resources, what is another operation? What is another expenses? That is operational expenditure. What kind of operational expenditure we can see here? What kind of operational expenditure we can notice from here? Cooling, right? We need a cooling system. We need the cooling. Okay, we need the security. We need the power, right? Are you getting? After purchasing the computer, desktops, etc., we need the power supply every time. Okay, we need the security. Okay, we need the cooling system. So that expenses is called as operational expenditure. Initial investment we are called as capital expenditure. So overall together, the companies are investing a lot of money. The companies are investing a lot of budget, lot of money on the IT resources. Okay, lot of money on the IT resources. Okay, that is the thing. Here, what is the solution to me? Can anyone tell what is alternate to me to overcome this capital expenditure and operational expenditure? In my car example, what is the alternate to me? Anyone? Any idea? So, what is the solution do I have to overcome this issue? What is the innovation? What is the solution do I have to overcome this capital expenditure and operational expenditure? To overcome my budget issue and the inefficiency issue? What is the solution do I have? Can I go with the rental? Right? Can I go with the rental services? Just cab. Okay. Can I go with the rental services like Uber, Ola? If I go with the rental services, I need not to invest on capital expenditure. There is no operational expenditure. Just pay as you go model, right? Pay as you go model. It means how far I am traveling. Okay, how far I am traveling, I am going to pay only that much. Let's say I travel for 10 kilometers, I am going to pay 10 kilometers cost only. I am not worried about the capital expenditure, operational expenditure. It is not my responsibility. Okay, just because it is not my responsibility. I just taken rental. They are giving the service to me, and I am paying as per the traveling, as per the usage. In the same way, here also to overcome the budget issues and to overcome the inefficiency issues, because even let's say even the companies have purchased a lot of computers, lot of resources. We don't know, right, whether they are using every time regularly, how efficiency they are using, we don't know. But still they are investing. Do you have any alternate option to get the rental? Guys, is there any alternate is there any option like to get the computer as a rental purpose for 1 week, 2 weeks, or one year? Is there any such services in the market? Is it possible to take the computer rental for 1 year? Okay, paying rental services. Is there any such option to us? Okay, it's not going to work out, right? For 1 year, it means they'll take a lot of money every time. Okay, for maintenance, etc. So here, physically, I'm asking physically, buddy. Physically, can you go to the physical shop, computer shop? I need computer for 1 year. Okay, definitely. Instead of taking 1 year computer physically, you can get a new laptop, right? You can get a new computer. So that is what. Because of this main issue, okay, because of this main issue, capital expenditure, operating expenditure facing by the companies. Okay, this is the issue now. Okay, now I think you understand the issue. What is the issue? The budget and the inefficiency. Okay, the budget issue and the inefficiency issue. Because the companies are investing a lot of money on the capital expenditure and operational expenditure of the IT resources. This is the issue. Then what is the solution now? Cloud computing is the solution. Cloud computing is the innovation. It is acting like a solution to the many companies and startups, even the government. It is helping to the government as well. Then we'll focus what is cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? Let me write the simple definition. Okay, don't go with the very lengthy definition. Let me put things simple. On demand, on demand, delivery, on demand delivery of IT resources on-demand delivery of IT resources through virtually. On-demand delivery of IT resources through virtually, or you can call it as internet. Okay. This is what the simple definition of cloud computing. That too as a pay-as-you-go model. You can add extra point as pay-as-you-go model. Okay. As you go model. Okay. This is a proper definition of cloud computing. Let me give one simple example. Uh, let's say there is one function at your home. Okay. Let's say tomorrow there is one function at your home. You need 100 chairs. You need 100 chairs. Whether you will purchase the chairs or you will take rental, guys. Whether you're going to purchase the chairs or else you're going to take the rental service, right? We're not going to purchase the chairs. Okay, because only it is a temporary requirement. Let's say you have the marriage at your home. You have a marriage at your home. You will take 50 chairs rental, but you won't purchase, right? Even if it is 1 week or 1 month, you'll just go with the rental only. Okay, after your use, you will return the rental. Okay, you will return the products and you will pay that required cost. Okay, in the same way, here also, what the cloud computing is doing, the cloud computing service providers. Okay, we are called as cloud computing service providers. The cloud computing service providers, what they're doing, whenever the customers are required, whenever the customers or the users or the companies are required, whenever they are in demand, the cloud computing service providers are delivering the IT resources, the two over the internet, not physically over the internet. It means just let me give one example. Okay, what are the top players in the cloud computing service provider? Okay, who are delivering the IT resources? Example, we have the Amazon Web Service from Amazon. Okay, AWS, Amazon Web Service from Amazon, and GCP, Google Cloud Platform from Google. Right, Azure, Microsoft Azure from Microsoft. Okay, we have the Alibaba. Okay, we have the Oracle, IBM, etc. So these are all the companies who are providing the IT resources for the internet. We are called as cloud computing service provider. In my car example, you can see the rental services. I can go with the Uber, Ola, okay, and now we have the Rapido, etc. See, these are all the companies. So these are all the companies who are providing the rental services, cab services. Here also, these are all the cloud computing service providers. Cloud computing service providers who are providing the IT resources rental over the internet. How it is possible? See, the AWS, the Amazon, what they done? They constructed one big building. Physically, there is one big building. Inside the building, there are the big computers. The big computer, CPU, big capacity of CPU, RAM, storage, etc. Okay. What they done? What they done? Now it is available to the public. Okay. Inside this big building, there the big infrastructure physically located. Where this building we are calling it as data center. Data center. It's a physically located building with the IT resources. Now we from the customers, we from the outside through the internet. Okay, we are logging to the website, AWS website. Okay, we log into the AWS website and we are through the internet, we going to access these resources over the internet. I will show you how. Okay, so with this, what happening? The companies are not investing. So with this, what happening? The companies need not to invest their capital expenditure and operational expenditure on the IT resources and the physical IT resources. Whenever they require any computer, or any storage, any database, anything, whatever may the IT resources, simply they can go to the cloud computing service provider. Okay, cloud computing service provider, because they are delivering the IT resources over the internet. Within seconds, you can create the virtual machine. Within seconds, you can create your own machine. Just see me how I am creating one machine. Now, this is my laptop. Okay, this is my laptop. From my laptop, I'm going to the AWS web page. Yeah, AWS. You can search here. AWS console login. So I'm logging to this website. Already have the account. So you have to create the account in order to log in. So I'm logging here. So with the username, with the password. See, these are all the services provided by the AWS. So these are all the services they are providing. Even for the robotics, if you want any tool, you can pick from here. Need not to purchase that. Okay, need not to purchase the resources. You can pick from here. Even for satellite purpose, okay, for storage purpose, okay, for IoT, for gaming, databases, etc. We have multiple services under the service category. Okay, now I want to create one machine. I want to create one Windows operating system. Okay, let's say I want to create one Windows operating system immediately. Open link in new tab. I will tell you. Okay, in detail we are going to learn. See within seconds, I'm going to create my virtual machine. Okay, I'm naming it as Windows. Okay, Windows demo. So I'm selecting the Windows operating system. Don't worry, just to let you understand. Okay, in detail we're going to learn. Don't worry. This is the Windows operating system I selected. I need the Windows operating system. Okay, and I need one CPU and 1 GB RAM. Okay, 1 CPU and 1 GB RAM to this machine. I'll tell you what is key pair. Okay, this is a firewall. Okay, this is a firewall. And this is a hard disk, 30 GB hard disk. See, within seconds, in my account, I created one virtual machine similar to the Windows. Now see how I am going to open that Windows. This is pending. It should be in the running state. So now it is in the running state. Just see how I'm going to connect. Again, I'm telling you, need not worry. Even you going to learn all this. Okay, even you going to learn all this. The machine is running in the initial state. It is still initializing. I have to wait for a couple of minutes because it has to be run status 6. It is still initializing. So that is why it is showing. I have to wait for minimum 4 minutes. Okay. So with this, so this is a tool I'm using to connect to my virtual machine. Okay. See what I mean to say at the end, what I mean to say ultimately, see, within seconds, you can access your virtual machines. It means within seconds, you can set up your resources. Are you getting? Need not to purchase. Okay. You need not to purchase. Within seconds, you can set up your own environment, your own IT resources. Because AWS is providing. Not only AWS, we have the Microsoft Azure, GCP. What we are calling? We are calling them as cloud computing service providers. What does that mean by cloud computing? On-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. Okay, that is what cloud computing meaning. And these are all the important players. Okay, these are all the main players. Okay, AWS, GCP, Azure, Oracle, IBM. But AWS is in the top. AWS is a global leading cloud computing service provider because it is providing almost 200 plus service tools. Okay, 200 plus IT resources to the customers. It's clear to everyone now? It's clear to everyone. What do you mean by cloud computing? What is the background behind that? Everyone? Is the picture is clear? So now it's time to wrap up the class. So once again, if you want to continue with the classes, if you want to continue with me, okay. So this is a batch number 199. Okay, you can scan here, and for the queries you can reach to here, right? So because already we started the classes like SDLC. Okay, what is the cycles? What is the dev team, QA team, environment team? Okay, what are the issues on premises, right? What is the issues on premises? And we're going to deal all with the things. Okay, we're going to discuss all the things. So that we can reduce the capital expenditure, operational expenditure. So if you see here in the global, okay, Gartner report, AWS is in the top. Right? Inside the leaders, AWS is in the top in the cloud computing service providers. Okay. So this is what we're going to continue tomorrow. Okay. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your wonderful time. I hope you enjoyed the session. Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any queries? Did you enjoy the session? The session is informative.